Hello and welcome to the University of Kentucky's Technology Training Quick Tips. In this video we're going to take a look at how to create a vignette using a layer mask. A vignette effect can be used to soften the edges of a picture, usually used with a particular color or a shade. We're going to take a look at creating a vignette using a layer mask. When you have your image open, the first thing you want to do is create a new layer. We're going to go ahead and create a new fill layer with a solid color. At this point you can choose whatever color you want to create your vignette with. We're just going to stick with black for now. Go ahead and click OK when you have the color you want. In your layers panel you'll see your color layer, and you'll also see a layer mask added automatically. From our tools panel we're going to select the gradient tool. And then up in the gradient tool options, we want to check a couple things. First thing we want to make sure is we check the radial gradient tool. And the next thing we want to set is we want to make sure we have our black-white gradient selected. From your layers panel, select your layer mask, which is the white layer icon next to the black color. Next we're going to set our color to white and black. So I'm just going to quickly switch our foreground and background color. When working with the layer mask, your white layer mask will show you what's currently on the layer you have selected. For example, our layer mask is all white, so we see the black color from that layer. If I want to see through that layer, then I would use black painted on that layer mask to reveal what's behind it. So in this case we want to create a layer mask gradient that will show the black on our image around the outer edges but show through the middle. And to do this, simply click somewhere in the middle of your image and drag your mouse out and then let go. And if you notice on the layer mask you can see the gradient going out from the middle and the black shows through. Now the nice thing about a gradient layer mask is we can change that anytime we want. If we're not happy with the results, we just simply click and drag again. If we click shorter, it'll give you a tighter gradient effect. Or if we drag our mouse even further out, you'll get a very subtle. If I turn my layer on and off, I can see the difference that makes. Another thing you can do with a gradient layer mask is I can choose the focal point instead of being at the center of the image. If I want the focal point to be the subjects in the picture, I can start my gradient right on top of the subjects and drag out, and it will create a focused spot on that image. If I want that to be a lot less black, I can just drag my mouse way outside the work area. And again, I can turn my layer on and off to kind of see the effect that gives. And once you have the gradient how you like it, then you can change the opacity if you want to pull back that darkness just a little bit. And at any time we can change the position of that gradient simply by redrawing it. Or if we want to refocus on our subject, we can draw it again. Now once you have your gradient drawn, you could also change the color of the gradient since this is a color layer. Simply double click on the color icon within your color fill layer and it'll bring up your color picker. And now I can re-choose the color I want my gradient to be. If I want to change it to a different color gradient, maybe I want to wash out with white, give it a more white effect. And then when you're happy with your gradient, you can go ahead and save your image. Thank you for visiting Technology Training's Quick Tips. For more information, please visit our website.